Who are you to think you can find the next big thing? How long you been investing for? Huh? Have you heard of a guy called Warren Buffett? Yeah? He's been investing longer than I've been alive. Longer than anyone in this room has been alive, yeah?
Let's say we've got a group of people, a large community of people, and we all have a token, for example, or we're all doing something. You can then back test against everyone in the community to check if everyone has the same thing.
You use Dropbox, you use Google Drive, you use iCloud, yeah? But guess who owns your data? Not you. Dropbox owns it. Not you. Apple owns it.
No one likes to be seen as a beginner. You know, we're always trying to seem that we're better than we are. And I think it's just important to be around people that clearly are better than you, that make you uncomfortable.
Some of us actually know in our heart that when we put pictures online, we don't own them. So they're allowed to post them. They're allowed to put them in the background of a film. They're allowed to use your voice as a voiceover. You can't do nothing because you agree. In terms of staying safe, so I'm not going to stay on the blockchain a second. I heard a lot about investing. In terms of staying safe when it comes to investing, I know our community is very skeptical. And I know it's obviously due to lack of knowledge, but how can we try and help them feel comfortable investing when they know it's not the right thing, but it's okay and it's safe? Because a lot of our community have invested in what they call Ponzi schemes or pyramid schemes, or just someone said, pull it on this meme coin, and just, how do we stay safe when it comes to investing?
I'll say invest in what you know. So when I first started off investing, I have a background in the creative industry as well, so I just tapped into things like buying companies like Boohoo Group, Pretty Little Thing, things like that, and I understood their trends. So I say start with investing in what you know, what you're actually passionate about, and then from that you can actually then learn more through experience and understanding how, you know, the market's affected, etc. And doing that from a small scale, and then as you learn more, then looking at different options and things like that.
I would say it's important to find, well, seek counsel from reputable people that know what they're doing. I'd also say it's good to find running mates in this as well. So people that ideally are on this journey with you, but ideally people that are smarter than you. I think you know, again, speaking to our community, no one likes to be seen as a beginner. You know, we're always trying to seem that we're better than we are. And I think it's just important to be around people that clearly are better than you, that make you uncomfortable, and that will get you to that next position where you're now, you know, actually like doing the teaching, you're doing the, you know, the trades confidently. So, you know, I think that's important, finding suitable running mates and people that have the knowledge and experience to take to where you want to go.
And my methodology for an absolute beginner is top five. Top five, top five, top five. Who's heard Drake say that? Top five, right?
Top five, top five, top five.
What does that mean? That means we're always trying to find the next big thing. Why? Who are you to think you can find the next big thing? How long you been investing for? Huh? Have you heard of a guy called Warren Buffett? He's been investing longer than I've been alive. Longer than anyone in this room has been alive, yeah? Does he try and find the next big thing? No. He's the greatest investor of all time. Does he try and find the next big thing? No. So why do you think you're going to find the next big thing? Why do you think you're going to find the next Tesla? Why do you think you're going to find the next Bitcoin? You're not. Top five. Stick to the top five. Why are you looking outside of the top five?
Who are the top five, please?
Apple, Microsoft, Google. You heard of them? Do you know them? Do you use them? Amazon? Facebook? When you look left, you look right. Can you see people using them? Yes. Are they going to disappear overnight? Tomorrow? In a week? No. If there's media and press saying, oh yeah, this thing's going down, people are going to stop using it, just find 10 people and ask them if they're using it in your community. If they're still using it, it's probably not going to disappear overnight. Simple logic. Top five. You don't need to mess around. You don't need to make it complicated. Like, if you're not that pro, don't try and be that pro. Don't try and play with Cristiano Ronaldo if you don't know how to do keepy uppies. Like, it don't make no sense. I'm sorry, but I gotta just give you this real talk, because it hurts to see my people hurting themselves. You're not gonna jump in a ring with John Cena, are you? You're not gonna try and fight Anthony Joshua tomorrow, are you? No, because these guys have had multiple years of experience, and that's what you're competing against when you try and find the next best thing. You're competing against professionals that have been in the game for years, and their whole job is to take your money and make it their money. So what you need to do is spar with the giants, the top five. Same for cryptos, same for stocks. Top five.
And we have the top five cryptos.
Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Polkadot, Cardano.
That's a bit opinionative, but hey.
Top five, top five.
That your top five?
That's my top five.
That your top five?
Yeah. Accurate, yeah.
Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. All right, cool. So anyway, moving on to what you two's name actually is in terms of your trio, Blockchain Sensei. So obviously you're heavy in the blockchain space. Yeah, I know a bit about blockchain. I'm not sure how many people in here understand blockchain. Could you just give a kind of quick, brief explanation of what is actually blockchain? What is blockchain?
So think of the word, this is ninjas. Think of the word block as computer and the word chain as linked. So all it is computers linked on a network. network. And I think that one of the most important things about it is it can be applied to a lot of things. It's very broad, but one of the most important things about it is the way that data is transferred. Also, if you look at it from a community perspective, let's say we've got a group of people, a large community of people, and we all have a token, for example, or we're all doing something. You can then back test against everyone in the community to check if everyone has the same thing. If something's different, then they get X'd out of the block. That's sort of the really innovative way of the technology and the way it's built. But Michael, can you simplify my complex brain, please?
So the way I like to simplify it is really, really simple. I know a pair of you in here have used something called LimeWire. Put your hand up if you use LimeWire. Put your hand up if you use BitTorrent. Your illegal downloads of the music and that. Look, yeah. I'm all about it. I did it myself, right? BitTorrent and LimeWire, that is ledger technology. That is distributed ledger technology. That is blockchain technology. Why? Because do you remember on LimeWire when it used to say seeds? And it used to say like how many seeds it is? That's how many people were connected to the network that had a part of the file. So that is exactly what it's doing. It's basically taking a file and spreading it across a large group of people. The more people that are on that network, the more easier it was to upload the file. Because sometimes you'd find a tune that you wanted, it'd only have 2 little seeds and you'd be there like,
long to
it's taking forever. But if it had 100 seeds, bam!
Yeah.
Same thing, same technology. And now what's happening with that technology, there's companies, write these down, Arweave, Sia, Crust, do your own research. What they are doing is they are file storage on the blockchain. Now, you use Dropbox, you use Google Drive, you use iCloud, yeah? But guess who owns your data? Not you. Dropbox owns it. Not you. Apple owns it. Now with Sia, Crust, and Arweave, you own part of the tokens, you own part of the blockchain. Also, on top of that, now, guess what? Your file storage can't be destroyed because instead of it being stored on the servers of Apple servers, and if there's an earthquake, if there's a fire, whatever, and their servers get mashed up, guess what? Your data's gone forever. Whereas if your data is stored on the blockchain, your data is now broken up into loads of little pieces. You can get it forever. In fact, Arweave can store your data for 500 years. So what I'm trying to do with the 1,000 Voices project is help him to get those stories onto the blockchain so that our history is saved forever for at least 500 years. Because it makes sense.
When we say, I'm just trying to simplify things, is the blockchain separate to the internet? Was that a good question?
Yeah,
That's a very good question.
It's a good question. Yeah, it's a good question. Personally, I would say that it is separate. Michael mentioned, I think as far as the blockchain and its own sort of storage units, I don't think one requires internet to, you need internet, I think, to use it in like a, transferability aspect, getting access to, say tokens or digital assets, things of this nature, engage with different, apps and such things. But I think as the blockchain itself is a separate entity, I don't think it's something which is mutually inclusive or, inclusive to.
So when you store something on the blockchain, that blockchain ain't stored on the internet?
No.
Not necessarily.
Okay, so the blockchain and the internet is two separate things. And when we're talking more again about ownership and about blockchain, I kind of asked this already in terms of what's the relevance of, like, even me having DexterSims.eth, like, who? Wow.
That means that you own your name. Now, one of the most powerful things that's been able to happen throughout history is taking people's names. From back a day, 600, 700 years ago, your names were taken. They were replaced. Now, your name can be imprinted on the blockchain that isn't the internet, that is there forever. Legacy forever.
I was just about to say, that's what you're saying, I can start my legacy from now.
Yep, you start your legacy from there. It's there forever.
Okay.
Now what you can do with your name is people can send you, get this, not currency, but assets to your name. One of the other biggest problems with the black community's history is assets to our names. Yeah. First of all, our names were removed.
Children.
Secondly, our assets were removed. Now, how'd you get wealth if you can't you ain't got your actual name, you ain't got any assets.
You blocked it.
You ain't going nowhere. Whereas now, we can have our names, and we can have the assets, and we can transfer them to each other, our assets to each other, where everyone can see. Because the other problem that we've got now, because of our scarcity mindset, is everyone's backstabbing, everyone's doing this, everyone's taking a little drink here, whatever. Whereas with the blockchain, it's transparent. If I say to Dexter, I'm sending you 1 Bitcoin today at this time, and I send it to him, the whole world, if I make my address public, can see that I've sent that Bitcoin to Dexter. He can't ever come to me and go, yo, bro, you didn't send me that Bitcoin, I just send the transaction, boom, it's there. Everyone can see it. It's on the ledger. That is the power. And that means what that can do, being able to send assets, that is the equivalent of being able to send a home to somebody back home. That's what the power is. And that's where, going even further into this Web3 stuff, this is why it's very important to pay attention attention to what's going on, because people think that this metaverse thing's really far away. Let me ask you, do you use Zoom? Put your hand up if you've ever used a Zoom background. Oh, so you're not in the metaverse? No. So when you're using a Zoom background and then you add a filter on top, are you not in the metaverse? The metaverse is already here. We're thinking it's coming tomorrow. It's already here. You're already using it, but we don't own it. And this is what it is about. Having that name, having the ownership, having the assets, being able to transfer the assets to each other, and it all being provable and traceable.
Thank you very much for that. Right, I'm just going to ask one more question and quickly give the floor. It's not even a question, really. I want your opinion. Has anybody in here watched Black Mirror? Okay, only a little bit. So, I would recommend... It's a bit disappointing that it's only about 3 people. I would recommend that we go on Netflix, even tonight, and just start, even though this isn't probably the scariest one, but just start by watching the latest, was it series? Episode 1. I'll explain what it is. How many people in here, everyone's hand should stay down, because I know you'll be lying, read their terms and conditions. Please say something.
That's the reason I didn't sign up. It's a little bit not too important, but to the friends on Instagram.
Yeah?
I heard that you can never delete it.
Okay, what did you say? You heard or you read?
People was promoting that if you sign up to Instagram threads, I read a little bit of it. And I saw enough to make me say, you know what, my hunch was, I'm not even going to go on that. But yeah, a lot of people jumping on the Instagram threads thing.
I'm going to show you the reason why. Now, what's really happened is very serious, because it's about ownership, and it's about ownership of your name and your identity. So when you're clicking yes, I've done it every time. Like, I'm not acting like I'm standing there, I ain't done it myself. I clicked yes on everything, you get me? iTunes, YouTube, all of it. What we are saying yes to is identity, like it's called your
Digital identity.
digital identity. So when we're talking about they're allowed to use your name, they're allowed to use your voice, they're allowed to use your pictures, they're allowed to use your videos. So in this specific episode, they've cloned a person. This person stars in a movie, and that person doesn't get paid for that movie. And then she's going around trying to sue people because they're using her identity, but they own her identity. And then you can imagine where it's going. So I'm just explaining in terms of ownership, in terms of what we've already signed. When we've clicked yes, yes, yes to all these terms and conditions, some of us actually know in our heart that when we put pictures online, we don't own them. So they're allowed to post them. They're allowed to put them in the background of a film. They're allowed to use your voice as a voiceover. You can't do nothing because you agreed. So when Michael's saying pay attention to blockchain, it is now giving us the understanding that we are allowed to research for real and not give away our identity for free or at all. Because ownership of yourself should be the least thing you own in this world. So please, pay attention. But what's your opinion on that situation? Because I believe we've all done it already and they own our pictures and videos already. And I got like 1 million pictures and videos up on YouTube. No, I don't want to be horrible, but you spoke a lot.
I don't want to go, I was going to say, I was just about to say, I don't want to answer that one.
Yeah,
I'm going to go too deep on that one, so let me go Kish.
Yeah, Mike will go too deep, man. I've heard Mike say some scary things, man.
Their brains are a lot, bruv. Their brains are a lot.
What's the main question, sorry?
Main question is just like, what's your opinion that we've all clicked terms and conditions and given away our identity already?
I think with that, there's only so much you can do, but I think recording yourself on a blockchain and owning that is a good step.
Good start.
Yeah, because then you can then have a digital record of this is the first time this ever was on a blockchain and I own that.
That's what I said, I'm starting my new legacy. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I think that's important because, I think what we've given other platforms, yes, the other platforms own it, they can do whatever with it, but if we start building up our own almost catalogue of our digital identity and start building that up, I think that's very important to do and put out, so yeah.
I really need to cut it there because we need to move on, but I just wanted to quickly add to that a little bit because this is what I speak about regular to my young people, to the people I coach, people I teach. We're hearing about this now because of blockchain. Now, I wouldn't usually do this because it's off topic, but it's on topic of ownership. We've already signed ourselves and our children away with our birth certificate. We've already signed ourselves away with our slave number when it comes to our JSA number. So we need to start realizing what are we doing for ourselves and our children for the future? Because you only can do as best as you can until you know better. Right now, you all know better what you got to do tomorrow. That's the problem. Now you know better. Right now, you've just been told. I know some of us knew about the birth certificate a long time. We haven't done nothing about it. We still had a Navinex year and we still made them sign up, made them get joke up. All of these things. You see it? We have to talk reality. Do you think I put on Black Tech Day to hide the subjects? I haven't put on Black Tech Day to act like I'm bougie bougie now. No, I've come to tell you the reality. We've already sold out. We've already been slaves to money. We've already lost our identity. What are we going to do tomorrow? Because as I said, I'm starting my new legacy on blockchain. My new name, making my son sign up, my daughter sign up, putting my money on there. And hopefully from now on, for the next 500 years, we'll be cool, right? Is that the way to go?
That's the way to go. That's the way to go.
Do we have 2 questions, quick ones? If not, we can move on.
Just to get a clear how, you're talking about owning your name, you're talking about putting your name on blockchain. Just in layman, basic term, how is it done?
So you can literally go onto Google, type in Ethereum name service. You can go onto Near blockchain and type in Near blockchain name service. So you just type different blockchains. So you can go onto CoinMarketCap and it'll give you a list of blockchains. You just take the names of those blockchains and then put name service, and then they will show you how to do it. Really simple. Or just go on YouTube and just type in blockchain name services. It'll give you loads of different companies that do it. That's it.
Unstoppable one as well.
Yeah, the main one that people use is Unstoppable Domains, but I'm a bit.
Yeah, they got something.
That one I'm not too sure.
Anyone more?
Just a quick follow-up. From doing that means what? That Facebook can't own your stuff anymore? What does it mean?
It means you own your name on the blockchain. So there is now proof that you own your name on the blockchain forever.
So you see, like when you show your birth certificate, that's proof that you own your name. You just didn't know the birth certificate. Yeah. You don't own that. When you're showing your, like right now, I'll open my digital wallet and I'll show you my DexterSims.eth, wherever it's stored, that's my name. I own it. That thing I'm showing you, I own it. That birth certificate we're all showing, we don't own it.
And you can get assets, digital assets, sent to your name. So instead of it being a wallet, you could just go michaelharding.near. Boom. I want my assets sent there. Boom.
Bang. Thank you. Just the last question, please.
What advice have you lot got for all of the people in the room in case they come across this crazy WorldCoin eyeball scanner business?
Bad boy question. Hold on. Say it again. So wait, let me ask people who's aware of it. Are you lot aware that there's a thing called WorldCoin out right now? Okay. The reason why I'm happy that we've brought this up now is because it's the same as CBDC. It's the same as other things that's coming right now to attack you. And then you're going to think, oh, you're going to pay me to do it. Because that's how they get you, through money. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get paid with your scan of your eyeball. And a lot of them are going to end up, a lot of people are going to say, well, we give out a scan to our phone already. It's a lot different. It's a lot deeper than that. So the question is, what advice for the normal people who's going to get this email, this alert that's going to say, sign up, get your eyeballs scanned and get WorldCoin?
Okay, so I always talk about this and it's very controversial and people don't like it. You're not going to like what I'm going to say. Nobody does.
Talk the thing.
I said this in the House of Commons, got laughed out. Said this in the House of Lords, got laughed out. The biggest threat right now is the war that we are currently in. World War III is active right now. It is a digital war. It is a war of confusion. It is a war of duplication. There was over 3 billion fake accounts removed from Facebook alone in 6 months in 2020. Think about that. Most of the fake accounts, guess where they were? In Christian community groups. That was in 2020. AI has progressed dramatically since 2020 to a way that some of the things we've researched dramatically. The problem is exactly what Dexter was relating to before, is identity is the biggest threat and problem in the world right now. We won't know in the next 2 years who you're talking to because the deep fakes are crazily good. The voice replications are crazily good. So what needs to happen, whether we like it or not, is there needs to be some kind of biometric ID verification, whether we like it or not, because this is the safety of our loved ones. You probably heard about the hack that's going on around at the moment where people are ringing people using a voice cloner and saying, oh, send me some money, I'm stuck in Bangladesh, or I got stuck here on the motorway, I got a flat tire, send me some money. The attack has already started happening, right? So that's the voice. But when it comes to visually, that's even more dangerous. It's already happened with the United States stock market. Somebody made a fake video of something crashing into the Pentagon, the stock market went down. So it's already started happening, this visual audio war. But we need to have some form of biometric ID of proving who we are on the internet. And the most people, again, it's uncomfortable to say, the people that are most at risk are our children. Because without biometric verification, there is no way of proving who somebody is when they're on the internet, playing a game or in a chat room. It's happening right now. It's already happening. We've already got this problem on Fortnite, on Minecraft, all of these games. The kids are in these rooms with big 70, 80, 60-year-old men that have got really bad criminal records and are grooming people. But if their IDs aren't attached to their digital IDs, we have a problem. So yes, it is controversial. WorldCoin, I personally don't think you should be scanning your eyeballs for some tokens, but we have to be prepared at some point for the protection of our children. Somebody needs to come up with a way of improving our identity on the internet. Can we agree?
100%.
100%.
Thank you very much. And just to end on that note, what you said about keeping the children safe online, about identity, this is the reason, again, why Black Tech Day is put on. Remember what I said? Financial education and technology and gaming around with your children, helping families bond together. Because I played a trick on my 10-year-old. What did I do? I pretended to be a person full night, and he added me. And then I asked him, well, you know, Tony and that. You know, I just give the different names. Tony and that. You know who I play with, Dad. I know some names. I know some people you play with. You get me? They're my brethren's sons and that. Nah, Tony's all right, but I don't chat to him a lot. I'm saying, Tony's me, you idiot. Tony's me, son. Go on your line right now. Let me send you a message. He nearly had an heart attack. And I'm trying to tell him, son, you see how easy it is to be infiltrated on your own computer in your bedroom. And mum's not aware, I'm not aware. But if your dad is not in this space, you and your surroundings are not thinking about how to stay safe online. So I'm kind of privileged to put myself in this position. But I put on this event to put you lot in the same position. Because what our children are doing nowadays, and I'm talking children, 12, 15, 20, 25, we got to be aware. We've got to be.
You have to be in the space too, whether you like it or not.
Oh, look, you're doing it now. You're here. You was just downstairs. You see us doing another thing again. We're going to do another thing again and another thing again. What you will find is the same people you will start seeing. And then the trust starts getting built. Some of these people have been taught by me or mentored by me or had partnerships with me for over 5-10 years. So if someone turns around to them right now and says, would you trust Dexter with your kids? They'll say, well, are you crazy? I'll let him teach them. I'll whatever. So it's that trust that we are trying to build. This is what is. We got to build our own village because the knowledge that is out there is being tampered with. The voiceovers tampered with. The visuals tampered with. Do you believe I'm standing here right now? That's cool then. Can we give these lot a round of applause, please? Thank you lot very much.